This board right here, once again, the truth is stranger than fiction here. The reason we did this board and why it's such a big departure from, Jesse's previous two graphics that were done with a Sharpie on a pizza box is Jesse was in jail. So while he was in jail, I gave Mark McKee free reign. Let's draw something that encapsulate Jesse. I grew up with these things called Rock'em Sock'em Robots, where you push these buttons and they fought. Jesse, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. But man, if somebody he doesn't know or whatever says shit to him, there's not even talking or threatening, whatever. That's what happens to you right there. Wham! You just get your head knocked off. I knew he was going to hate this graphic. and looking back at this graphic, it's so classic, it's insane. This was, when you talk about the good old days, this is about as good as it gets. You look at Jeff Hartzell and you think he's just the most hardcore Dogtown gnarly guy ever. What you don't know about Jeff Hartzell, grew up in Okinawa, it's from the East Coast. Maybe he'd been living in Venice a few weeks when this picture was taken. It's called Rastafarianism. It's a Eastern Coptic church doctrine out of Ethiopia. And as I learned more of what Jeff was studying, it was wow, this is some pretty cool shit. There's a lot of things you can learn from it. That graphic, that's 100% Jeff. This was hey, let Jeff do whatever the hell he wants to do. I'm just a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. The top graphic is basically sort of a jab at us going out of business. I'm in line at the unemployment office with Ronald Reagan, who had just lost the presidency. It's Winnie the Pooh gone evil. And Winnie the Pooh just became almost like my theme. Everybody's got a theme song in their head or whatever. And Pooh he's incredibly dumb, but he's incredibly philosophically smart at the same time, but he doesn't realize it. I just replaced honey with money, getting my head stuck in the money jar. It's basically me making fun of myself. It's how much friendship was involved between me and Rodney. He didn't know it at the time, but I knew his freestyle board was going away. So this is just sort of a send-off. If you ever watch his TED Talks...
Because freestyle took about 5 years for it to die.
When he talks about, how'd you get into street skating? I go, well, they took my freestyle board away. He never talks about who they were. Who's they? It's me conspiring with Mike T to take Rodney and make him a street skater. I made this board knowing it wasn't going to sell. It's basically premeditated murder. I already known for years that once Rodney was unleashed on the world on a street board, it's over for everybody else. They should just fucking stop skating.